Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, we'll go on this side here.
Oh!
Oh wow. It's like birthing a cow. Just like birthing a cow.
Exactly like birthing a cow, of course.
It's the last day of the cosplay build, and well, as you can probably see, things are a little bit tense. We had a load of problems last night trying to get the mold to cure in one particular bit, and we've had to do a little bit of surgery to the silicone mold, and we're just checking it now to see whether or not it's actually come through.
No, the second part works well. It's just we have
Tension!
The problem we had with the first part is being fixed right now. The second part is perfect. Perfect!
So it actually sounds like we might be through some of the hurdles we got last night, which is
no issues whatsoever.
Nice to hear. Today is like, well, we've called it the home stretch this morning. Whether it is the home stretch or not, we're not 100% sure, but we'll see. Home stretch or not though, it was time to move on to the next part of the build. And this time we were doing so with a little bit more tension. There was no time left to work on anything else. We were all tired and running on very little sleep, but that didn't deter us from cracking on. So Mattea briefed me in on what we needed to do today to finish off the cosplay build, for now.
What we're gonna do right now is finish the few molds that we need to do. For those, we're gonna skip the beautiful mold making of JoJo. And we're gonna go to Mattea territory where we just take a cup and fill it with silicone and call it a day. After that, we're gonna paint. We're gonna paint. We're gonna paint. We're gonna paint. We're gonna assemble, and then we're done.
That's right, we were nearly done, but we had 24 hours left to finish off everything else, so it was time to get to work. And Mattea gave me a crash course in advanced prop painting.
There is a dried pigment that I thinned down with some water and added some white paint, which gives us this sort of washed out grayish color. But you can see it's quite watery, which is what we want. We're gonna mitigate the fact that we are both don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Fine, perfect.
And just use thinned paint, so we can do several layers of paint. Sometimes just one coat of paint is not gonna do it. You need to paint layers for it to really reach that richness that you want. And I'm just gonna show you what I do, because it looks pretty bad what I'm doing right now. It's gonna look like I'm gonna ruin this beautiful, clean piece. Wipe the excess off. Make sure to leave some like in the lower parts. By doing this, we can make sure that the surface still reads as clean and white, but in a moment you'll see that those little shadows that it creates are really good at picking up.
Yeah, no, you can see like here where it's got all the little bits of pigment have stuck.
If we feel like we added too much of that paint, while it's still in this stage, we can actually take a wet wipe or like just a water wash and just get in there, because the automotive paint is not gonna scratch easily. It's not gonna like, you can't really wipe it off.
Yeah, this is all coming together now. All the stuff that you were explaining to me yesterday, it's all coming together. That's really cool, hey. It's like it's just added a little bit of something to it. We're gonna carry on and get the rest of this painted now, because we've got to get all of this painted.
Exactly.
Then we've got to get the resin poured for the guns. Sabine has been like working away in the background on the foam and the bracers. So everything is like slowly coming together. So we're gonna get this finalized, and we'll catch up with you further down the line when we're a bit more done. So while everyone else was working away, me and Mattea got down to some painting. Cue the montage. I had such a blast painting. It was like going back to my old Warhammer days all over again. And Mattea was such a patient teacher. But before long, we had to move on. Time was ticking away, and it was time to move on to resin pouring, which JoJo talked me through.
So the second half of the mold came out okay enough. It has some of the same issues here, but not as bad as the first half, which is fine. Now we are just trying a first pour. What I usually do, especially with a big pool like this, I will just let it open, pour a little bit in, slush it around, let it cure, take it out and look at it. This is also good for getting out impurities that are somehow still in the mold and that you maybe not want, because is the gun white?
I see. Yes, it is, yeah.
So you have like dirt inside, maybe some clay somewhere in the crevices in there, so just
Oh, so you
a
can
little
just
bit
pour
of-
resin in.
Yeah, and then just
that
take
will-
it out.
And it will find all
Yeah.
of those bits and pieces
Yeah.
and just pull it. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Just slush them around a little bit, maybe settle on one side once and then on the other side, and then fill it up with lightweight polyurethane foam, because you should not want, you don't want to have like kilos of, hey, the doggies are back.
The dogs are back.
Anyway, let's start.
Hey, bud. All right, yeah, well,
Let's go.
we're going to get to it. Let's do it. While Jojo and I were pouring the resin, Mattea was hard at work trying to get the rest of the gun pulled together. We had a few little bits and pieces which need to be cast on their own, and we did this Mattea style, taking some little cups and pouring the silicone into it. While all of this was setting, Mattea moved back over to painting the rest of the armor, and me, Draj, and Martin went for lunch to go and wait for everything to cure. Everything was starting to come together around me, and to be honest with you, I didn't even realize it was happening because we were so deep in the filming process. So when we got back from lunch, we got our heads down and got back to work. Although, when I say we, and at this point I'd like to talk about this episode's sponsor, which is actually Basalisk Builds, because all of these guys here are really helping me out.
We're sponsors!
I haven't really had a lot of stuff to do for the last hour, and that's all because of these guys, because they're all experts and they know exactly what they're doing. And
I lost my paint nozzle and I don't know where to find it.
professionals who can help you with your cosplays as well, so check out their website for more information. Okay, so they didn't actually sponsor this series, but they might as well have done. The guys from Basalisk Builds have a lot of experience, and to be honest with you, did a lot of the heavy lifting while I just took in everything that they were doing. Genuinely, that's dope. I really hope that people at MCM are able to actually have a proper go with these two, because this is such an awesome feeling. Through this entire process, everyone was so unbelievably patient with me, taking their time to teach me all of the steps, showing me all these new techniques, and encouraging me into the world of cosplay. And genuinely, it was heartwarming to work alongside them for the time that I did. But we had a lot of work left to do, and not a lot of time to do it.
Chrome Ding Ding.
Chrome Ding Ding.
Chrome Ding Ding.
AKA Dong Dong. So, we worked on into the late evening and early hours of the morning to get the final pieces together. And in the end, this was the result. I can't even begin to explain how incredible it felt to be in the full cosplay after all this time. We'd worked so unbelievably hard over the course of the last week, and this was the culmination of everyone's effort and the whole team coming together. I only got to wear it for a few minutes, and by no means was it complete, but in this moment, I felt incredible. And with that, it was time to take it all off again and jump on a plane, because I needed to be back in the UK and start preparing for Comic-Con.